Hello everybody, and welcome to the Megaman Legacy Collection. I'll be your host for today, Lucas the Arcaneer, and this is also going to be my first video on the channel. So welcome, hopefully we'll have a fun stay together. Alright, so let's get started with the game started at all. Rockman. I decided to use the Japanese title just because I mainly like the sound of Rockman better. While Mega Man's cool and all, Rockman just sounds a bit better. And it goes with roll. So, yeah, rock and roll. Alright, this is going to be a semi of a walkthrough, basically because I take the path of least resistance, I guess. So, we'll be starting with Bomb Man. He's not necessarily the easiest boss or have the easiest stage, but he's good enough for beginners just to get a hang of the controls and such. Also, it's probably a good time to mention a really cool feature of the Mega Man Legacy Collection. By pressing, triangle on my PlayStation 4 controller, I guess the upper button allows you to do a quick rapid fire. Tactic for getting through this part of the stage is standing right next to those pillars, and oh, never mind. You won't get hit from any of the bombs coming from in front of you. And down here, oh, a little slow, but I think I should be able to get through the rest of these without taking damage. Now up here, I don't know how to describe it, but I do know a way to get through this without taking any damage. It's been a long time since I've taken damage to that part, so that's good. Don't know why I'm going down there. Guess it's just a habit to take it. Continuing on, we've made it up to our first Sniper Joe, I believe. Yeah. These are interesting. I mainly use the rapid fire and try to jump over his shots when I'm able. Not much more to it. Sometimes when he's jumping, you'll be able to get a shot underneath his shield, or apparently over his shield, which will do damage to him as well. But as long as that shield's up, he should be invulnerable. These missiles are very annoying because they do explode if you shoot them, and they will just wreck you if you get hit by them. Then I think we're coming up to, yes, the floor sliders. It's just a universal name that I would give to that type of enemy. If you rush through this part, you should be able to get through here on a single time without taking any damage. Now here, you wait. Now, it looks like you're going to get hit right about here, but it's just a pattern that I learned over the month I played this game for the first time. Standing right off center will guarantee you won't take damage. And sometimes you get it wrong and that happens. Ow. There is one up over there, but no real reason to get it in my opinion. It's not worth facing a Sniper Joe. And over here we have another Sniper Joe. And we're almost to the boss section. He's right beyond this door. And it's just basically the same jump concept, except in reverse. You jump when he's not shooting. That's about it for that. Alright, now we go through here, and I'm not sure, it may not work in the Wily Wars, but I think it works here. If you drop off after the, I believe they're called Susie, slide over to the left, you can just fall down into the boss chamber. Now, we should be able to beat him fairly quickly. Basically, you just want to keep moving this boss fight. It'll guarantee that you won't get by bombs or his jumps. With the occasional jump over the bomb to try and prevent damage. Ow. And then... oh, there we go. And then we collect, I think that's supposed to be his core, and we've gotten the bomb power-up, simple as it sounds. And then, useless points. Everybody loves useless points. And let's move on. Alright, next in the line is Gutsman. Now, there may be a quicker, possibly even easier ways to get through this, like going through Cutman, who is definitely the easiest boss, although he does have a pretty tricky stage for beginners. Doing it this way will guarantee that we'll be able to get the secret weapon easily as possible, which is required to complete the game. And now we wait here for a sliding platform puzzle. The challenge stages that come with this, these are very annoying because they're out of sync with the other platforms. They take you an extra, I don't know, like 30 seconds to get through it. And since they're time challenged, that's quite a bit. Oh, and well, first death of the series. Great. Alright, and then Mets, basically just shoot at the Mets until they lift up their helmet. And if you time it right, you should be able to get the— oh, man, I missed that. You should be able to get them on their first pass through, I guess, whenever they lift their helmet. I guess you call that a pass. So here we go. I probably should be narrating a bit more about what I'm doing, I guess. But, well, it's too late now for that. Oh, guess not. I guess I'll just do it again. I'm hoping for this series, I guess, to cover all the Megaman franchise. It's one of my favorite characters, so I decided that'd be a pretty good place to start. X series and all. Who knows, maybe they'll even release a Megaman X Collection. That'd be fun. I will say that I like the, I don't know. Not sure which is better, the Megaman or the X series. I played the first ZX game, but didn't really like it that much. And that's probably going to be Rage later. Oh well. Alright, finally! I understand why I was having trouble with that. Or this. Usually I get through that killing all three of those. Luckily, a large energy tank over here, and my story behind this enemy is that I was a Met that wanted to be a Sniper Joe, but failed. So he got a pickaxe instead. I don't have a strategy for beating those guys, except start far away and get closer, and that doesn't usually work. Oh, and now he's respawned. Great! I will say, if you're wanting to play the original Mega Man games as they were originally intended, the Legacy Collection is an amazing way to do that. It does a great job of recreating everything. Well, I guess I shouldn't say recreating, reformatting, I guess to work on modern PCs, well, without a ROM and emulator. But the court's still out on whether or not that's legal, so yeah. So I got through here, I forgot that large E-tank was there, and I forgot about the 1-up, and I think, yep, we may not finish this, because here comes the Cyclops. Oh hey, we actually made it through without taking any damage. The Cyclops is a recurring type of enemy. Also just shoot down this hallway and you get through here with no damage. They're basically the big enemy that you'll see towards the end of each level. As sort of, I guess, a mini-boss. And now we're to Gutsman. We'll be using the bomb and the pause glitch. For those of you who don't know what it is, you can press select. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You can press the pause button, because apparently there is no select button in this version. And when you do that, you saw how he re-teleported? I know for Mega Man 2, this will take you from avoiding taking damage. I don't know about this one, but I do know that we can use it to extend the amount of time. No, not extend the amount of time, to cut short the boss's invincibility frames. I've only done it once, and Lord willing, we can do it here. And take Gutsman out with one bomb. Although this is very unlikely. Also, those boulders, you need Gutsman's weapon to use them. And I don't think you can refight the bosses in this game. Oh man, I messed up. Luckily, he only takes 3 bombs anyways. So, yeah, no pause glitch for me today, apparently. Come on. Yes! And core number 2 secured. And with it, we got the, I think it's the strong arm, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think so. And now we're on to Cutman. This is definitely the easiest boss in the game. Once you learn the way his weapon moves, as I'll show later, he's basically a pushover. And as we move through here, let's see. Right, they're organized by names. I have no idea what that weapon is called. That's gonna bug me for a while. And it doesn't show up on the screen like it does in future titles, so... Also, I'm not sure yet. I may do the challenge levels in this game. Put your thoughts in the comments down below whether or not you would want to see me do those. I would probably do them at the end of each game and do the ones that apply to that particular game, like the boss... I think there's a boss rush challenge for this. Boss rushes I find really annoying in, well, in this one specifically, because it's just set up so horribly compared to the other ones. But that's for a later time. Now here, it looks threatening, it's shooting scissors all over the place, harmless. Just keep running and they won't even hit you. Alright, and now here's the Susie. As I mentioned earlier, but now you actually have to fight it. It's one of the more annoying enemies if you don't know how to deal with it. Just because of the way it moves and where it is when it's moving, or rather when it's standing still. There we go. Also, I really love the semi-automatic mode on Megaman's blaster in this game. Makes things so much easier to deal with the blaster. And yeah. Other things I have planned for his channel are probably, well, definitely a Shovel Knight playthrough. That game's just plain awesome. If I can get the frame rate to work, I tested out earlier, and, well, it just didn't work. I think I got a total of possibly 5 frames per second at most on the first level standing still. And that was definitely fun. Should have mentioned earlier, when you're in tight spots with the Susies, bombs. They work amazing. Don't even have to move and they're already gone. But usually, with most places, you can just wait them out and completely ignore them. And then again, just run through the rolling cutter dispensers, I guess that's what they're called. More these helicopter faces. I think they're faces. I guess I hope they're faces. Oh, these 2 screens. I don't like them. I always end up taking damage on them. Yep, see? So I am just trying to run through them quickly. Oh hey! Invincibility frames for the win. Oh! Something I was just reminded of. Something to oh, yep, Cyclops. To be aware of. Spikes in this game specifically, they don't care whether or not you have an invincibility frame or not. Just something to be aware of. They will find you, and they will kill you. So, no walking on spikes, as in later games. Although I don't know why they removed that feature. Oh hey, it went up. Great. Yay. Go. Alright, now we're going to use the strong arm. I know it has a different name. I know it does. Why can't I remember? But we'll be going through the door, and on the left, there will be 2 boulders, like in Gutsman's stage. If we throw both and hit both on Cutman, it'll take him out, but if that fails, the regular Mega Buster will do just fine. So, here we go. Also, the boulders do not regenerate, if I remember correctly, until you get a game over. So, just something to be aware of. Ow. And that was a bad hit. I'm going to die, I think. Oh, no I'm not. I lived! And 3 cores down. And to the... either the hardest or the second hardest. I'm really not certain. It's either Elecman stage, which we're going to next, or Iceman's. That's the hardest. Well, for me at least. It might be completely different for you. He's also the hardest boss, being able to take it out, I think, in 3 hits. But luckily, the rolling cutter does the same amount of damage to him, so that's not really a problem. For here, well, don't really need the bombs anymore. This is basically all I use them for the rest of the game, well, until the Gutsman rematch. Ooh, perfect so far. Can I get 3 for 3? Come on. Oh, nope, I missed. Ah, 3 for 3. And I didn't even think it was possible. Okay, come on. Let's go. Up ahead is what I think, at least, are the most annoying enemies in the game. Don't know what they're called, don't really care. All I know is that I hate them. You know, they're probably the most annoying enemies in Mega Man history, and they're on the next screen. These guys. Ow. I have a somewhat effective character to just rapid fire the... well, not rapid fire, but do this at the bottom of the screen. And hopefully, I messed up as you saw earlier, hopefully you can take the 3 of those on the bomb out, and then just take one after the other from the ones kind of at the top when they come into range. And now we'll do this again, so maybe on take 2 I'll do it right. Let's see, it looks like it. Alright, and 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately they appear one or 2 more times in the level. And when it's level all about falling, it's beautiful. Also, this is probably a good time to acknowledge the first disappearing block puzzle. When doing one of these, always stand where you'll fall onto solid ground, as I'm doing here. Always off-center. Otherwise, let's say it's on the air side, I would have been up and I messed up. I would have been pushed off and have to go through for some reason I want to call them bicycles down below. Don't know why, but you know what? They're bicycles. It's just what they are. They're bicycles. They're transportation now. Deal with it. I'm probably going insane. Oh well. And disappearing bridge. Not much point to it. Maybe to make you run too far and fall off, I guess. Okay. Now, even if you're low in health, do not go after it. Yeah, it's tempting, especially when you're in low health, but don't go after it. Even with the magnet beam, which you're getting later in the stage, it's extremely hard to get out of that alive. Okay, and now, they're back. Wait, is this gonna work this time? Nope. Up here, and on the next time they show up, it's just too small a space to get them effectively. And then, I recommend taking the inner route through the tower. I just think it's slightly easier. You may have a clearly different opinion, but, eh. And then they appear again, and there's no hope. There's no hope. I always took a lot of damage. I tried doing a new no damage run, using the same boss order. Always died there. Or if I didn't, I lost so much health it didn't matter. Alright, here's the magnet beam. And we go through here using the strong arm. Maybe it's the guts arm, but that doesn't sound right. Please, comment section, tell me what the name of that is. Please. It's driving me insane. And then some more of these electric things that I probably should have acknowledged earlier. Just look at the pattern, it eventually should just slip right through. And then I'd say probably this screen is the main reason why I take the inside. and then come on down. And then I don't know why. Sometimes he's not doing it now, but this guy usually suicides for me and goes straight off the edge for no reason. Oh, there he goes. Don't know why. I'm not complaining. Also, magnet beam. Not a weapon, it's a platform. That's pretty much all it does. But it is required to beat the game. Also, anybody else out there read the Megaman comic series? I mean, that was pretty good. Too bad it was cancelled. Yeah. It was fun, though. Alright, we're almost to Rockman. Probably gonna die. Yep, definitely gonna die. But if I can remember the quote in the words of a dwarf, high chance of death, low chance of success. Where do I sign up? Gimli the dwarf, I think. That may be someone else, but I'm fairly certain that's Gimli. From Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Alright. And... nope, one more screen. I really should have changed to the rolling color before this, because whenever you change weapons on a ladder, you let go of it. I think maybe the entire classic series. Saga? Is this Saga? I'll just call it a collection, because this is a collection. Now, I cannot let Cutman hit me. If he hits me even once, I die. Like that. Basically, don't do what I did there. I will never claim to be the best, and on a rare occasion, you might hear me call myself a good Mega Man player. But in reality, I am probably neither of those things. It just happens to be one of my favorite game series, and I decided I'd do a Let's Play of the Mega Man franchise. This is going to be a long road. Very long. While I won't be covering every game, I'll want to do most of the main ones. Alright, let's see. Oh, nope, didn't do pause glitch. Nope, not doing the pause glitch. But hey, he's dead, and that's 4 out of 6 cores. I guess one interesting thing that I could have noted earlier is that in Rockman, I started calling him Mega Man throughout part of the game, when this is clearly Rockman. It was on the title screen. It is the bear name. This is the only Rockman title, as far as I'm aware, of any sort to only have 6 bosses. Now, I may be forgetting about one, but I think every other Mega Man game has 8 bosses. And now onto Iceman stage. And now, while I said this was the second hardest one, it's only hard for one of its parts. And having a unnatural amount of, disappearing block puzzles. Ow. No. Hit him. There we go. With these, you're definitely going to use a weapon, because I think it takes like 6 hits to each part of his body. I did a horrible job of taking him out that time. There. No? You were supposed to die, good sir. Okay, I was using the wrong weapon. Don't know what I was supposed to use. Great. I don't remember what I usually use, but I usually took him out in one hit. Or, like that. Do that. Not what I was doing. Do that. Okay, more floor sliders. They have a name that I don't remember. Penguins. Propeller penguins. Something I find really interesting about this game is that these are all robots that Wily has taken under his control. I completely forgot to do backstory. Okay, when we get back to the menu screen, it's story time, everyone. But since these are all supposed to be robots that Wily stole and reprogrammed, where is the point of some of these? Like the Mets, they sort of make sense. For me, like, scaling walls and such. Scaling walls maybe as all-purpose, bolters? I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know, I'm speaking gibberish. You know what, they have no use. But, like, what are you going to use a penguin bot for? I can't think of any useful thing to use a penguin bot for. You know what? I'm going to point out each enemy the rest of the episode of every robot that doesn't make sense as an industrial robot. And I want you guys to come up with a practical industrial use for each of them. Well, I guess Iceman was a research and exploration robot, so basically give them a practical purpose, is what I'm saying. And now we're out of this disappearing block puzzle, and now to the disappearing block puzzle of nightmares. Not really, it gets pretty easy once you get used to it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up. Too late. Okay, gonna use a Elect Beam. We're just gonna be using the pause glitch on Iceman later anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Although, we're probably going to lose this continue if I'm honest. The part after this is probably going to kill me. And yeah, usually I mess up that jump. Alright, actually I'm going to switch to the Magnet Beam at least halfway through this. Let's see... Oh, that was faster than usual. Oh. Okay. And now I'm going to switch back to the Buster. Alright, now this is probably where I'm going to die. Oh, hey. Why penguins? They can fly. And thus stupidity killed me. I don't know how long I've been going, but this is probably a good place to end the episode after I, oops. After I, wait, how do I do this? Wait. Oh. Okay. After I, guess I'll do the backstory, probably, let's see. Yeah, probably just about halfway through, maybe a little longer. So there are two robot scientists, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily. They were the two leading roboticists in all of their city. I don't have an official name for that, so we're just gonna go with the city they worked for. And they created they created 10 robot masters. There were 10. The 8 you see here: Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman, Electman, and then Rock and Roll. Let's see if I can think of each of the purposes that they had. Cutman was supposed to help with logging and various forestry things. Ecosystem control. Gutsman was a construction robot, which you can see as he has the Met hat, which is a construction hat in various official artwork. Iceman was designed to explore the poles. Bombman was a demolition robot and often partnered with Gutsman in operations. Fireman, steam power? What is his use? It's not for putting out fires, that's for sure. I think it had something to do with refineries. Yeah, I think he overwatched various metal refineries and helped with operations there, and then Electman managed and acted as a backup generator for various power installations throughout the city. Well, Dr. Light got all the credit for the work, and Wily got really jealous and decided that the only way he was ever getting any recognition is if he conquered the world. A little bit of a jump, but he was crazy. Uh, so he reprogrammed each of the Robot Masters, which each directly controlled a large portion of the city's industrial robots. And he used those as his army, and also... Did he have a Wily Castle in this one? No. His first Wily Castle was in the second one. But he used it to create his fortress and his army. So then, Dr. Light decided that there needed to be a stop to it, but he didn't have the means to build a new fighting robot. And so, his lab assistant, Rock, elected to be converted into a fighting machine. Oh, I forgot to go over it. Rock and Roll were created to be. Well, Rock was the robot master that was designed to be his lab assistant and overlooked his Dr. Light's lab and such. But since he wasn't weaponized in any way, shape, or form, Dr. Wily decided to overlook him, and then Roll looked and tended over Dr. Light's household. So that's why Dr. Wily decided not to take them, because they were, in essence, useless to him. But so Dr. Light converted Rock into the super fighting robot Rockman that we know today. And yes, I'm going to call him Rockman. Why? It's awesome. Alright, see you all next time. This is Lucas the Arcaneer, signing out.